I was with Miranda and John Randall, and we were in Marfa by this pond, by this little tank on the ranch we were staying at. And the moonlight was shining across the water and reflecting in our eyes. I wasn't looking into John Randall's eyes, but I was looking into Miranda's. And so was he. But we were talking about how love is a crazy thing. It's like you can't breathe, and you have to let go of all control to have it work out. And it's a real scary feeling, but it's also a beautiful feeling. And so we just started talking about that, and we came up with this. When the moonlight hits the water, the reflection hits your eyes. I can't take it any longer, and this rope is pulling tight. Be my anchor, pull me under in this river here tonight, 'cause I can't breathe when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I can fly. When you give in, there's a stillness and a comfort that you can find. When you give up, there's salvation in the sweetest suicide. Be my anchor, pull me under in this river here tonight, 'cause I can't breathe when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I can fly. Be my angel, come and save me. Come and take me to the other side. How we doing, everybody good? Having a good time? I wonder how many people we lost on that one so far. Y'all with us? You good? Well, like I was saying earlier, I didn't really know how to write songs. I didn't. Nobody in my family played music, so I didn't really know what that was all about. And so, when I was first learning, I wanted so badly to write a song, and so I just did what most 18-year-olds do. I cheated. I listened to Bob Dylan knocking on heaven's door on repeat 1,000 times. And 1,001 time I started the song, got through the first line, and pressed pause on my cassette tape, and then wrote my own words to his song. And then I'd press play and listen to the next line. Okay, got it. And then I'd write my own words to the next line, and so forth and so on. And by the time I got through the chorus, it didn't sound anything like Bob Dylan, because he's actually really talented. but it did sound like a song. I was like, all right, maybe that's you know, it's a good way to start. Got to start somewhere. And so that's how I wrote my first song. And it's kind of about my brother, but it's also about, I used to think that you could save the world by driving around the country in a beat-up Ford van with a band in the back, and everything was going to be just fine. Turns out I was right. Young man driving down a dusty road, like he's got somewhere to go. Driving like he's got a destination, like he's got somewhere to go in that beat-up Ford. See, there was a time when he was a young lost soul. He was chasing butterflies and rainbows, till one day when he found a pot of gold. In other words, from a young man who turned old. And that old man said, you gotta have a good imagination if you're gonna live this life of old. He said you got to drive that Ford like it's a stallion, and you've got to wear your heart like a gun. That old man said, that old man said. The boy walked out with a newfound hero. Yeah, that boy, well, he walked away a man. And he said there to himself that sunny day, way down in Texas, man, I'm never gonna walk this path again. 'Cause that old man said you gotta have a good imagination if you're gonna live the life of old. He said you got to drive that Ford like it's a stallion, and you've got to wear your heart like a gun. That old man said, that old man said, that old man said, yeah, that old man said. Boy walked out dreaming of wild times. Yeah, when old cowboys, they broke down cattle lines. Now those fields, they're all but gone, but his heart's still free. He rides on. That old man said, that old man said, that old man said, that old man said, Mama, take these guns away from me. I can't shoot them anymore. It's getting dark, way too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Yeah, I'm knocking on heaven's door. Yeah, I'm knocking on heaven's door in my beat up Ford. That was the first song that was ever a hit for me, and it wasn't ever played on the radio, but I found out early on by playing gigs that hit songs are songs that people will pay you money for. Because I used to play in this, I got my start at 8 Ears Saloon up in Dallas, and people would come up with a dollar bill or $5 bill or $10 bill. If it's late, a lot more, $100 sometimes. And it would always have the name of a song they wanted me to play. Any song I didn't know, I just made up, took their money, and showbiz, baby. Buyer beware. So one time, like I would get notes like, play ZZ Top, play the Rolling Stones, play something we know. That's one of my favorites. Is that a real song or is that something you wrote? But then finally one night, somebody came up with a dollar bill and said, play Beat Up Forward. I was like, is there another song called Beat Up Forward? And I knew I had a hit song. I still have that dollar, by the way. It's on my wall.